Let's just dive right into this explainer, shall we? Today, we're exploring what I like to call the fascinating iceberg of SAP's conversational AI. Look, if you've been tracking SAP's AI journey, you absolutely know about Joule, their AI copilot that's designed to make enterprise software feel completely natural. But here's the thing, when Joule actually meets analytics, what looks like this cute, breezy little chat interface on the surface is actually hiding a massive, heavily fortified enterprise architecture right underneath. We're going to unpack exactly how that hidden machinery works and, more importantly, why it matters so much.
To do that, we're going to follow this path, starting with the promise, hitting a bit of a reality check, digging into identity and data, looking at the architecture and bridges, connecting those pieces, and finally getting to that effortless result. We are going deep underwater into technical governance and then surfacing to see the magic. All right, section 1, the promise. Analytics that literally feel like a natural conversation. So imagine just totally ditching those complex menus. No more endless report building, no more pulling your hair out over complicated SQL queries. Instead, you're just asking your system a question, exactly like you'd ask a friendly coworker. You literally just type, "Show me monthly sales trends by region," or, "Hey, how has our headcount grown?" Instead of forcing you to write some crazy query, SAP Joule just instantly responds. Boom. Beautifully formatted charts, comparisons, insights, all right there inside your chat. Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand the massive gap here between your run-of-the-mill generic chatbot and a true enterprise copilot. Like a generic AI, it's just spitting out automated, generalized answers, right? It has zero clue what your company's actual secure data looks like, and honestly, it totally lacks governance. SAP Joule, though? It takes real analytical power and wraps it in a governed, contextual interface. It knows your context, it knows your specific job role, and it enforces incredibly strict data governance, giving you insights exactly when you need them. Which brings us to section 2, the reality check. Why setting this up isn't just a simple toggle switch. Because think about the data actually flowing through SAP Analytics Cloud for a second. We're talking revenue figures, headcount numbers, sensitive forecasts. You absolutely cannot just expose that stuff casually. So before Joule answers a single question, the AI has this massive, immediate burden to instantly verify identity. It has to ask, wait, who exactly is asking this question, and how did they authenticate? You see, Joule doesn't keep its own separate user database. It integrates with cloud identity services using your email-based login, so it inherits all its authorizations straight from SAP Analytics Cloud. And it doesn't stop there. It's constantly asking, okay, what analytical roles does this specific person hold? What exact privileges apply to them? Joule is strictly designed to never create shadow pathways to your sensitive data. The whole AI experience just completely mirrors your existing heavily governed security policies, which means your governance teams can actually sleep at night knowing data isn't just leaking out through some chat window. Moving on to section 3, identity and data foundations. This is how we actually build the base. To make this AI work safely, you've got to build some seriously secure, well-constructed bridges between multiple systems. And honestly, that takes teamwork. You're going to need your SAP Analytics Cloud administrators to lock down data access, your BTP Global Account administrators managing the platform services, and your Cloud Identity Services administrators making sure everyone is recognized correctly across the board. The main takeaway here? This isn't just annoying bureaucratic overhead. This is the essential blueprint. It shows exactly how implementing AI analytics cuts right across those traditional organizational boundaries. But it's not just about the people. It is totally about the data itself. Because AI simply cannot reason over data that hasn't been prepared semantically. Basically, before Joule can even speak your business's language, you have to prep your data using a feature in SAP Analytics Cloud called Just Ask. This indexes your analytical models so they're ready for natural language interaction. It's how the system learns your specific business terms. Because let's be real, poorly structured data is always going to give you poor AI answers, no matter how genius the AI is. All right, section 4, the architecture, specifically two paths and formations. Let's dive deeper into the SAP Business Technology Platform, or BTP, where all this securely lives. Inside BTPI, there's this concept called formations. A formation is essentially a defined governance grouping. It dictates exactly which SAP systems are explicitly allowed to connect to your specific Joule instance. These are absolutely critical. Why? Because they stop uncontrolled data sprawl dead in its tracks. They guarantee that analytical systems are explicitly connected, deliberately included, instead of just being accidentally exposed. Once a formation officially hits that ready state, boom, your insights are available.
And the really great news here is that SAP gives you a lot of flexibility. Whether you are starting totally fresh, creating a brand new BTP sub-account, setting up unified identity, and activating through guided boosters, or if you're reusing an existing setup and just adding SAP Analytics Cloud to a current formation without causing any disruption, SAP essentially gives you two distinct, perfectly tailored paths that both lead to the exact same secure destination. Okay, Section 5, Connecting the Pieces. Let's plunge into the technical gears: OAuth, destinations, and work zone. One incredibly fascinating detail about this setup is how it intentionally uses separate OAuth clients for different operations. You've got a design time client, which is just out there discovering content and importing role definitions. And then, completely separate from that, you have a runtime client, and that's the one actually executing the analytical queries when a user asks something. Splitting these OAuth clients up, totally intentional design choice. It enforces least privilege access, which massively reduces your risk while keeping things highly auditable if, say, credentials were ever compromised. And then we have SAP Build Work Zone. Now, at first glance, this might not seem super obvious, but it is a massively vital piece of the puzzle. It acts as your crucial navigation layer and content aggregator. Without SAP Build Work Zone acting as this sort of situational awareness layer, syncing role definitions through the common data model, Joule literally wouldn't know how to fit these insights into your daily workflow. It wouldn't even know what analytical content it should suggest to you. And obviously, we have to keep all these moving parts perfectly synchronized. So the identity provisioning service works in the background, scheduling tasks to constantly sync users and groups from SAP Analytics Cloud straight into Build Work Zone. By automating the sync, organizations can totally guarantee that even as roles shift around over time, users only ever see the specific charts and data they are strictly entitled to view in that exact moment. No exceptions. Which brings us surfacing back up for Section 6, the surface, and the effortless end result. When a user actually types in a request, this totally breathtaking sequence of events kicks off in the literal blink of an eye. At 0 milliseconds, identity is verified through cloud identity services. By 50 milliseconds, permissions are evaluated against SAC roles. At 150 milliseconds, those semantically prepared analytical models get queried. And by 300 milliseconds, visual insights are generated and presented to you conversationally. Think about that. Behind the scenes, in mere fractions of a single second, identity, security, analytics, and navigation all just click together in perfect harmony to give you an answer you can completely 100% trust. Now, there is one key architectural requirement you've got to keep in mind. Right now, you do need at least one existing Joule integration already running, like, say, SuccessFactors or S/4HANA Cloud, before you can add these analytical insights. Why? Well, because SAP's ultimate vision here is to weave analytics directly into your actionable business processes. They aren't trying to just build some isolated standalone bot. They want that chart about your headcount growth to pop up right inside the context of your actual workforce planning workflow. So we've seen the iceberg, right? That incredibly effortless conversational surface up top and the rigorous, highly secure cross-departmental architecture hiding underneath. Now, setting this up definitely takes a bit more effort than just flipping a switch, but I think it leaves us with one really vital question to ponder. Is your organization actually ready to break down those silos and build the robust foundation required for truly intelligent conversational analytics?
Subscribe our channel for explainer like this. Join Anubhav trainings for latest technical courses on Build, AI, Joule, BTP Wrap, BTP Cap. Thank you for watching.